people were dealing with things like, well, what do we do? How do we deal with all of this? People are afraid of losing their jobs, downsizing, right-sizing, what's going to happen next. So you had that whole thing where the company also is worried about what they're going through, and everybody had to sharpen their pencils, get very, very focused, get very much like, what can we do to help everybody get through this? And that we were very much a part of that, and I have to tell you, and I said this when we talked once about it, some companies will do this really well because they're used to being a smart, great, adaptive organization that can pivot on its heels and be on their toes, while some are not, and they've always had some challenges. And I'm not just saying this because I'm sitting here with you, but I will tell you, and you and I spent a lot of time talking about this, preparing and discussing all of this as it was happening, and with your HR department and with some of the other folks. You guys, I would say, really modeled some of the best things I've ever seen in all industries, not just manufacturing.
Wow.
And we're very sensitive and still are very sensitive to the needs of the family associates of Triangle and their family members. I think that we have to realize that nothing really happens in a company without its people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's been stressful. I mean, it's been hard. You've seen a lot of sad things happen, and then we've seen a lot of wonderful things happen. People have been extraordinary to one another, caring, loving, nurturing, supportive. And listen, when we all know this, that when us humans have challenges and obstacles, that's the time you have to see who shows up.
Yeah.
And if we don't show up, who will?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a problem.
No, I mean, when times like this, the best and the worst of people can come out, right? And you, as a business leader, you try your very best to encourage the goodness, even though some people are afraid.
Right.
A lot of what I saw early on from the people who were more afraid, who were more negative, who were more resistant to even considering coming back to work. It had less to do with anything that was going on at Triangle. It had less to do with the individual, and it was what their current experience was. It had everything to do with their level of fear as it related to themselves, their family. And, I've talked about this a number of times. The individual requirements really were just that. They were individual.
Right.
We were doing everything that we could to stay as safe as we could and adhere to executive orders and follow the CDC guidelines and do all those things. But with every individual, you had a unique circumstance and had to address those circumstances individually.